Hey YouTube, today we have the brand new Beyblade X, just came in today from Amazon. You can find them in your local stores, I'm sure. I'm seeing it all over the internet. Today, just got 4 out of my major Amazon order in. I have Soar Phoenix, I have Helm Knight, I have Scythe Incendio, and I have Arrow Wizard. First, we're going to open Soar Phoenix because I'm heavily biased towards string launchers coming from the Metal Fight generation. So that was sort of my priority. But anyway, so we're going to get straight into this unboxing. So I'm relatively, I guess, I'm. You can call me like a Beyblade boomer, right? You know, I'm new to this. I basically have no knowledge of anything Beyblade Burst. Beyblade X, I barely knew existed until recently, until I got back in the hobby. Primary focus is, as you can see off to the left, is like plastics that I have, and mainly my depth of knowledge resides in Metal Fight. So, seeing that these are made out of predominantly metal and are relatively similar in construction, I was like, yeah, this seems pretty cool. And the gimmick with the, I think X Drive they call it, the X Drive or the something, whatever was with the stadium, I find really cool and is very exciting. It reminds me a lot of Zero G back in the day, where it just adds another dimension to the battles themselves with the tops. So, very excited to get into these, and hopefully I can bring some more of these. It is to my understanding that Takara Tomy, you can see up there, is the one still producing these, and Hasbro's just distributing them. Previously, you know, Hasbro had a manufacturing deal as well. Seems like Burst was not well received in the States. I remember back with Metal Fight, the Metal Fury line compared to 4D was, you know, as a 13 or 14-year-old boy at the time, I was like, that's not okay, especially having some 4D Beyblades of my own. But I digress. Anyways, so let's go ahead and look at the packaging. And this is what I like the most right off the bat, is that it's black and green, very reminiscent of old school plastics. It comes in a box, not the, I believe they're called blister packs of Metal Fusion, Master Fury, etc., which, you know, I have my own nostalgia for, don't get me wrong. But these, I just think, are just so aesthetically pleasing. In the background, you know, you get your windows into seeing the actual top. On this one, you get that at the bottom. You get right there the big string launcher, just right there, so you know what this is about. You have the name, big, bold, good contrast between the black and the green. There's a integrated app, which I'm not sure how much I'll be using that. The back, you have the stats, the specs. So I did a small bit of research. Basically, I didn't know what the ratchet does, but I understand that that's the protrusions on the outside. So like on this Dronzer I bought, it's 3-80. So it has the 3 protrusions, and it's 8.0 millimeters in height. So here we would have 9 protrusions and 6.0 millimeters in height. There's the actual blade itself. Soar Phoenix, I believe in Japan it's Phoenix Wing, if I'm not mistaken. And then our bit, so much like the performance tip or just tip in Metal Fight, that is where the top will come into contact with the stadium. So we have Gear Flat. Advertisement for the Takara Tomy-esque stadium is my understanding that is a little bit smaller, but should lead to more action-packed fights and battles. I'm very excited to get that tomorrow and try these out. But for now, I will actually have to try these out in a Metal Fight Summit Stadium, as I mentioned earlier. So let me go grab something to cut these open with, and we'll be right back. All right. I'm going to attempt to open this with a little safety knife I got from work. See how this goes. Pop open these seals straight away. There's one here too. Let's see what secrets lie. Oh, there's some tape up there too. Is there? Well, maybe I should have did this off camera because this is embarrassing. There's a little piece here on the bottom. Oh, this is not very good for that. I messed up the tape a little bit. We're struggling. I should have just got the actual knife. Okay. Let's see if we can pop that open now. Yeah, it looks like the box will deconstruct itself. And there's our contents. Instructions. The rest of the Beyblade, the string launcher. This is very interesting construction. There. And then finally, behind that cardboard, will be our blade piece. Okay, we have that out. What do we have here? Tape. Tape on the plastic. We'll get that off. Let's see if we can pop that. There we go. Popped out the other side. And we'll just go ahead and just snatch this out because I do plan on keeping the boxes, so I would like them to be somewhat destructible. There. So this is our Soar Phoenix. Nice red color. You see we have, oh, look at that. That's nice. We have 3 wings representing the Phoenix. Little arrow shapes. And the yellow, they're sort of like reminiscent of flames. That's nice. Definitely a little bit weighty. Definitely reminds me of earlier metal Beyblades in terms of weight. Design is really intricate. We have the ratchet and the tip here. I'm just gonna pop these open real quick. See if we can get gear flat to focus. Really exciting. And then our ratchet. Oops, dropped that. Here's our ratchet. So let's flip this over. So we have 3 main protrusions. 1, 2, 3. Looks like a few smaller ones around the ratchet itself. Very cool. Guess everything's in divisions of 3. Oh no, there's 4 ratchet, so that'll be more symmetrical, but this one is 9. Very exciting. Let's put that back here. I will assemble that shortly after I read the instructions. And then, oh, this is one way to package something. A string launcher. I will get that off camera, but in comparison to a metal fight, not gonna lie, feels a little bit cheaper. This is obviously a left-right launcher, so different level. That's our basic look at it. Compared to the plain string launcher, definitely a little bit more involved in design. So I can find where I put my a little bit longer. Still the same basic T-handle at the top. Ability to go on a grip. Hopefully Hasbro releases that soon here in America. So let me go ahead and pop this off its cardboard and figure the rest of this out. So looking at our handy dandy instructions, being a 3-piece, it does, I guess, remind me of the few burst bays that I have. I only have like 2 Dronzers and a Dragoon. If you need to pause this, go ahead, but I'm just going to read off of it off to the side and figure out how this works. Okay, we have the completed Beyblade here. I had to read the instructions. I had no idea what I was doing the first time. Probably not going to include that clip. I can sort of explain how it goes. So you take your blade. There's a little shape on the back of the ratchet that you are able to line up with the shape on the underneath of the blade. Twist that to the left, and then you can insert the tip. And there you go. I do like how it's 3-pronged. It's a little bit more stable. That's cool. That's cool. Let's go ahead and grab our handy dandy Summit Stadium. Here we go. First test launch. Hopefully I can get a second one. Even though I don't necessarily need 2 string launchers, it is nice to have 2 string launchers. And I definitely like to keep one of these for display and keep one for play. So this is really cool. So if somehow you've never seen Beyblade, you stumble across this video, insert the prongs, twist right, and just launch. That wasn't even like a strong launch. That was actually kind of weak because I'm awkwardly placed here. But dang, this thing moves, and the tornado ridge cannot handle it. So that is incredible. Let's go ahead and put that there with that. So, based on my limited knowledge overall, this was probably one of my first purchases I would recommend just for the launcher itself. Competitively, I don't know how useful this particular Beyblade is. I did order a drawn sword drawn, whichever it is in Hasbro terms. That'll get here next week. I did see some people recommend that on Reddit. So, that's probably one of the first ones you want to get. The battle set, probably a must have if you can manage to swing that. If you're a kid, be a good kid, good grades, do good things. Maybe you can get that for your birthday or for something cool like that, But you're a working man like myself, definitely I would go for the battle set or this first, because especially if you're just like a single player like I am, the string launchers makes it a little bit easier for launching multiple Beyblades in rapid succession. But yeah, this is a really cool. Very excited to see where this line goes in the United States. I do plan on ordering at least one other Japanese top, mainly just because I have nostalgia. So I'm waiting for the Storm Pegasus to drop and the Drigger S to go with my Dronzer S. And hopefully we do get a less spin Dragoon sometime soon. I do understand that Beyblade X, as of right now, is all right spin only. So that's cool. Cannot wait to get to Stadium because just off that stupid little quick test launch, with the movement really fast, the gimmick Beyblade X just looks super fun. It's fun to play with. I actually don't know how well that'll be for single player now that I think about it, but it will be exciting to try out, and I can't wait to get more. So we're just going to go ahead and start unboxing the next ones in our future videos. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.